What is Saturn trying to hide? There is a sound coming from Saturn. Not music, not wind, not anything a human throat could ever make. It is a radio signal, captured by spacecraft, transformed into something our ears can understand. And when you hear it, Saturn no longer feels like a beautiful planet. It feels awake. For most of history, we looked at Saturn and saw perfection, a golden world suspended in darkness, a planet wearing rings like a crown. It looked calm, elegant, almost holy. But the closer we got, the more that image began to fall apart. Because Saturn is not a peaceful world. It is a giant made of crushing gas, buried storms, shattered moons, dying rings, and secrets hidden under layers of clouds thousands of kilometers deep. The question is not why Saturn is beautiful. The question is why something so violent looks so beautiful from far away. And maybe that is exactly what Saturn is trying to hide. From Earth, Saturn's rings look smooth, perfect, almost unreal. Through a telescope, they appear like glowing bands carved into space, as if the planet was designed to be admired. But that beauty is an illusion created by distance. If you could fly into those rings, the dream would become a nightmare. They are not solid. They are not gentle. They are a storm of ice and rock circling the planet at terrifying speed. Some pieces are tiny, no larger than dust. Others may be the size of buildings. All of them are moving, crashing, grinding, breaking apart, and forming again. From far away, the rings look like silk. Up close, they are a battlefield. And the strangest part is how thin they are. These rings stretch hundreds of thousands of kilometers across, wider than the distance from Earth to the Moon. Yet in many places, they are thinner than a city street is long. A cosmic blade, a glittering wound around the planet. But wounds do not appear without violence. So where did Saturn's rings come from? One possibility is simple and horrifying. Something died there. Long ago, a moon may have drifted too close to Saturn. Maybe it was icy. Maybe it was massive. Maybe it once had a surface, a crust, and a future. But then it crossed an invisible boundary, the Roche limit, a place where gravity stops pulling gently and starts tearing. Saturn's gravity would have reached across that moon with uneven force. The side facing Saturn pulled harder than the side facing away. At first, cracks. Then mountains breaking. Then the entire moon stretched, split, and ripped apart. Not in one clean explosion, but in a slow execution. A world pulled into pieces. A moon transformed into debris. And those fragments, trapped by Saturn's gravity, may have become the rings we stare at today. So when we admire Saturn, we may not be looking at decoration. We may be looking at remains. A memorial made of ice. A murder scene frozen in orbit. But Saturn's secrets do not end with the rings. They begin there. Look at the North Pole. There, above the golden clouds, something impossible is spinning. A hexagon. Not a circle, not a spiral. A six-sided storm, larger than Earth. On our planet, weather is messy. Clouds twist, break, bend, and collapse. Storms form, move, weaken, and die. But Saturn's hexagon stays. A geometric storm locked around the pole, as if something deep inside the planet is forcing the atmosphere into a shape nature should not prefer. At its center is a vortex, a dark, rotating pit surrounded by walls of cloud. It looks less like weather and more like a mark, a symbol burned into the top of a giant. Scientists believe it is created by powerful jet streams, waves, and rotating gases. But knowing how it might work does not make it feel less unnatural, because the hexagon is not small. It is not temporary. It has been watched for decades, and it is still there, turning, waiting, like an eye that never closes. And if Saturn has one eye, what is it watching? Below that storm, the planet becomes even stranger. Saturn does not have a surface you can stand on. There is no ground waiting beneath the clouds, no mountains, no oceans of water, no continents, only descent. If you fell into Saturn, you would pass through layers of cloud, then thicker gas, then crushing darkness. The pressure would build around you from every direction. The temperature would rise. The atmosphere would become heavier, denser, more violent. Eventually, the idea of sky would disappear. You would not land. You would be absorbed. Saturn is not a place. It is a trap with no floor. And still, the planet keeps moving. It spins so fast that it bulges at the equator and flattens at the poles. A world so massive, yet so unstable in shape, that even its body is warped by its own speed. Then come the storms. Every few decades, Saturn releases a planetary outbreak known as the Great White Spot. It begins as a disturbance, a bright scar in the clouds. Then it grows and grows until it can wrap around the entire planet. Imagine a storm on Earth so large it circles the globe. A single weather system that refuses to stay local. Lightning flashing deep inside alien clouds. Energy rising from below like the planet is trying to release something buried for years. Saturn does not simply have weather. Saturn has eruptions of atmosphere. And beneath all of it, the planet is giving off more energy than it receives from the sun. That means Saturn is not just reflecting light. It is leaking heat from within. Something inside it is still burning with leftover power from its formation. A hidden engine running in the dark. But Saturn is not alone. It is surrounded by moons, dozens of them, each one caught in its gravity, each one carrying a piece of the larger mystery. And one of them looks disturbingly familiar. Titan. At first, Titan feels like a second Earth. It has a thick atmosphere. It has clouds. It has rain. It has rivers, lakes, and coastlines. From above, it looks like a world that understands weather. But Titan is not Earth. It is Earth's ghost. The rain is methane. The lakes are liquid hydrocarbons. The air is thick with orange haze. The ground is frozen harder than rock. At Titan's temperatures, water behaves like stone. What flows there is not water, but liquid natural gas. Imagine standing on the shore of a dark methane sea under a dim sun, with orange fog pressing around you and strange black dunes stretching into the distance. It looks alive, but everything about it feels wrong. Titan is not hiding life as we know it. It is hiding a question. Could life happen another way? Then there is Enceladus. Small, bright, frozen,
For years, it looked harmless, just another icy moon reflecting sunlight. Then Cassini saw the cracks. Long fractures near the South Pole, like claw marks across the ice. And from those cracks, Enceladus was spraying material into space. Water vapor, ice grains, salts, organic molecules. A frozen moon was bleeding an ocean into the void. Beneath its surface, hidden under kilometers of ice, there may be a global sea of liquid water, warmed by Saturn's gravity, stirred by tidal forces, protected from radiation, sealed in darkness. A secret ocean, a place with water, chemistry, and energy. Three ingredients that make scientists stop breathing for a moment. Because wherever those ingredients exist on Earth, life finds a way to appear. So what is beneath Enceladus? Nothing? Microbes? Something stranger? Saturn may not only be hiding violence, it may be hiding life. But to learn that, we had to send a machine across the solar system. Cassini. A spacecraft built by human hands, launched away from Earth, sent into the cold and placed in orbit around Saturn. For years, Cassini watched. It mapped the rings. It flew past Titan. It tasted the geysers of Enceladus. It showed us that Saturn was not a picture. It was a system. A kingdom of storms, moons, ice, gravity, and unanswered questions. But Cassini could not stay forever. Its fuel was running out. And if it crashed into Enceladus or Titan, it might contaminate worlds that could contain life. So scientists made a final choice. Cassini would be destroyed. Not because it failed, because it succeeded. In its final moments, Cassini dove into Saturn. It entered the atmosphere of the planet it had spent years studying. It kept its antenna pointed toward Earth as long as it could, sending back data while falling into the giant. Then the signal vanished. No explosion seen from Earth. No dramatic flash in our sky. Just silence. A messenger swallowed by the planet it came to understand. And Saturn kept turning, as if nothing had happened. But the deepest secret may be the cruelest one. Saturn's rings are dying. Slowly, the planet is pulling them down. Tiny particles are falling into Saturn's atmosphere in a process sometimes called ring rain. The crown is dissolving. The feature that made Saturn famous is temporary.
One day, far in the future, the rings may be gone. No shining halo, no perfect silhouette, just a pale giant drifting through darkness, stripped of the beauty that made us look up in wonder. That is Saturn's final trick. It looks eternal, but it is disappearing. It looks peaceful, but it is violent. It looks empty, but some of its moons may hold oceans. It looks like a jewel, but maybe it is a warning. Saturn is not trying to hide one secret. It is hiding the truth about beauty itself. That the most breathtaking things in the universe are not always safe. That perfection can be made from destruction. That silence can contain storms. And that somewhere beneath the rings, the clouds, the ice, and the darkness, Saturn is still keeping something from us. So the next time you see Saturn through a telescope, do not only see the light. Remember what surrounds it. A broken moon, a six-sided storm, a dying crown, a buried ocean, and a spacecraft that vanished trying to tell us the truth. Saturn is not the calmest planet in the solar system. It is the most beautiful warning we have ever ignored.